this is a lesson that's at the end of a chapter on measures in Year 4, and it's kind of all about problem solving involving reading scales. So when I was looking through it, there's a lot of information for them to kind of manage here, and the difficulty I think they're going to find in this lesson is actually the fact that you've got a recipe which is in cups, vegetable oil and flour in cups, and then you've got measurements in kilograms with decimals and litres, just in fraction increments. And so when I was thinking about it and planning it, I was thinking the key kind of, as well as learning to read scales, one of the key kind of problem-solving strategies it's going for is that kind of managing of information and how to kind of get to grips with it. I thought in order to make it quite practical for the children, because some of them I suspect will be able to see straight away, okay, there's 4 eggs, 2 cups of flour, then 8 eggs is double that, etc. But some of them I think will struggle. So I kind of thought that we could use some counters to represent eggs. So if we have 4 eggs, they can kind of start to build up a pattern and maybe start to spot the pattern. 4 eggs is 2 cups of flour. But whilst at the same time discussing, so how much flour would you say that is in kilograms and that kind of thing. And then also we've got different colour paper to maybe be the oil. So right. This is like 1 cup of oil. Okay. But this will all kind of be situated in discussion of the difference between the recipe and what the scales on the litre jug and the scales there are showing.
So I think this is a typical final lesson, kind of lesson, where they're pulling together a bunch of skills, in this case, scale reading.
Yeah.
And then to extend their ability in that skill to a problem-solving situation. Yeah. So I think here you're suspecting that reading the scale should be quite easy for them.
Yeah,
and the support that they're getting is mostly from problem solving.
Yes, yeah. So that's why I haven't got any actual real, I didn't decide they needed real jugs or scales and things like that because they've done a lot of it before. So we're going to focus on, they've been previously working on the kind of 4-step approach to problem solving, so understand, right. Have a plan, carry out your plan and check. So I'll probably frame their journaling with those 4 kind of stages.
Okay.
Getting them to think about it. But also I suspect some of the pupils might start to wonder about this pumpkin puree, which is kind of the 15 ounces. I wonder how much you're going to need then if you do 12 eggs, a 12-egg recipe. So there's kind of potential further challenge in it for them, getting them to think about the whole recipe. What does it look like? How many times bigger is it, this kind of thing?
So I suppose in this case, the one we are asking them to pay attention to are those that involve smaller numbers,
yes.
Meaning the flour and the oil. Whereas, as you said, if they go to the pumpkin puree, then it will be involving a bigger number, a more difficult calculation. So it's just interesting to see how many of them will extend that. My hope is that in this lesson, we get to see how students make use of the resources unprompted or without much guidance, like how much they are capable of helping themselves, given that this is already a very late lesson in the chapter. It's very interesting to see their ways of thinking in a rather complex situation such as this. Also, the concept itself is new. This concept is really the concept of rate and proportion, which has not been explicitly dealt with by Year 4. It's just a preview into their ability to handle multi-unit comparison, like 4 eggs versus how many cups, 4 eggs versus how many ounces.
That's why I thought when I was thinking through it, trying to make it help them, give them something where they could do it in a concrete kind of way would help them to see it. But also when I was looking through it, the way the Let's Learn section kind of really clearly maps out. So 4 eggs, you need this, 8 eggs, then 12 eggs, then 4 eggs oil. And so I suspect that we'll look at this probably after we've journaled.
Yeah, for sure, because that's really more like
they can reflect.
A reflection for sure. Also, like after all the messing around, here is a clearer structure to think about things.
Yes.
But not to give this to them prematurely, because they really need to go through that struggle first. And as you can see, the Let's Learn, it's again getting them to go back to reading the scales. But then also prompting them to think about the sense of rate and proportion.
If you enjoyed the video, then why not hit the like button? Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, to stay up to date with our latest videos. If you want to check out more videos, then click on the right to dive into another topic. Thanks for watching!